Hola, buenas tardes a todos. Estamos un día más aquí en Spain Eurovision Info y hoy tenemos a dos de los posibles representantes de Malta en 2020, en Eurovisión 2023 en Liverpool. Ellos son padre e hija, Ian y Giada. Sorry if I pronounce correctly.
Very good.
Great. Thank you so much, guys, for accepting our invitation and for the interview and yeah, doing this joint meeting and interview with us. That it's very exciting. We never had this situation before, so yeah. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
So first of all, thanks for giving your time. Thanks for yes, Eurovision Spain as well for giving us this opportunity. We love Spain a lot. I've been to Spain twice already.
Great.
I've been to Barcelona and Madrid, and I love Spain a lot. And obviously, I know that Spain, like Malta, they really like Eurovision. So I think Eurovision is one of the most popular festivals, obviously, in these countries.
Yeah, you're right. Like we love like both in Spain and Malta.
Yes.
Even if people who say that they don't watch Eurovision, they watch Eurovision and they follow Eurovision. So
The more they say they don't watch it, they watch it more eventually.
literally in Spain it's the same. So yeah, don't worry. I understand you. It's a Mediterranean thing. But yeah, so first of all, how do you introduce yourself to our audience as a singer? Like, what's your journey until up to here, and how do you feel when you got chosen for MESC 2023? What are your expectations for the contest? And yeah, how do you feel about being?
Shall I start? Because I'm the oldest.
Yeah. How do you feel about being together in the same competition?
We're making history, and I've been told that it is not just in Malta, but I think it's in the Eurovision history.
Probably.
There's no record that there is any father and daughter which were taking part, competing against each other, because there were like relatives which they sang together, but competing against each other. I think we're making history. It's the first time in Malta, and I think it's the first time in the whole Eurovision history.
Yes.
Yeah, my Eurovision story goes back to 2025. In actual fact, 2024, when Julie Ludwig won with On Again, Off Again.
Okay.
And I was a dancer before I got singing. I'm a professional dancer. I used to dance, and I did the choreography for the main show of the festival.
Okay.
And that was the year when I said, listen, wow, what this festival means a lot, you know. I had a lot of feedback, and you might see the cat passing from one time to another. And that was something which really gave me the boost to take part in the Eurovision. Who had to tell me that only a year after I had to be there singing. I never sang before, and ended up as third place, and I was I was the one of the singers which I headed first in the televoting, so I was very close to win. But obviously we had Chiara, and she was our biggest ambassador.
Yes. We love Chiara.
So from 2005, obviously I had like nearly 6 times. This is my 6th time in the Eurovision. I always been in the final, except for twice. I've had 2 songs which made it for the quarterfinals.
Right.
But otherwise, in this festival, I did everything. I sang, I danced, I presented in 2007. I hosted the show in 2007.
Nice.
But I never won it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Eurovision for me, it's my key for my success. Thanks to Eurovision, today I'm a full-time singer. I earn money from singing, and in Malta is very limited and very hard to do that. But thank God, I'm a full-time singer, and this is thanks to Eurovision.
Nice.
Obviously, to the Maltese selection, obviously.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
No, Giada.
From my side, this is my 3rd time now. Until now, I always been in the final. So,
but she always danced behind me backstage.
Yeah,
When she was young.
from the age of 3, I was already singing and dancing. I was into ballet. So I'm really excited because back in 2016, I performed Seconds Away, which people saw me dance and sing. And last year it was my second time, which I did basically the same thing, but I think
She knows the name for sure.
Yeah.
Revelación.
Yes.
Spanish.
I remember
and it
you
was-
last year. Yeah, you were on the competition. I remember.
Yes.
It was really nice.
It was a good year for me. People they knew me better, and they saw me dance again. And this year I'm really, really excited because I focus more on my vocals, and it's a completely different song. So I'm excited for Friday for everyone to watch my full performance.
Nice, nice. So you have like a history both together and separate, like for the Eurovision, which is
Yes,
like
yes.
very nice. So now I'm talking more about the songs of this year. Like, yeah, as you said, like Ian, like he attempted like several times, so we saw him like singing like different songs. And for you, Giada, you said that yeah, we know you more for like a beat songs, and this year you are selling like another like more soulful song. So first, starting with Ian, like his song is more like good feel and song and a little bit more upbeat
Yes.
with personal lyrics.
Obviously, from 2005, I've grown, I've matured more in music. In 2005, it was my first time. I didn't know where I ended up. So then, obviously, when you grow, I've learned music. I had technical lessons, vocal lessons. So you get more. Okay, sorry, we lost you for a moment. Yeah, practically, to cut the long story short, this year we're working. We both have the same composer and daughter. She's British,
Yes.
Melanie Georgiou. Incidentally, last year was a very good year for me. I had a local song which was first in all radio stations for more than 10 weeks. Saving Grace, the name of the song. One can watch it on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
And I had another song which was signed to an album. It's called Make My Day. So when we spoke with the same composer, why don't you try for Eurovision? And that's what happened. We had both the songs and we liked the songs. We really got into the song. The song, obviously, it's a very dancey, chill song, which I think it's very credible for my age. And one can still dance to it, although it's not like boom, boom, boom. I mean, it's got that feel and that groove. Obviously, if I'll make it to the semis, obviously, I've got a nice show prepared for it.
Okay.
So I'm really, really excited and looking forward for the semis. If it actually happens.
Yeah. For Giada, yeah, we know that the song is called I Depend on You, and we haven't heard it completely yet, but we can see that it's different from last year. It's more like soul jazz, also feel good song, but more like intimate. Let's say. We would like to know also your interpretation for the song, and also about the songwriting process. Like you wrote it together with the songwriter together, like the three of you, or it was like she wrote it and then she showed you two, and then you choose it. How was the whole process?
It was back and forth, in actual fact. I mean, they were sending us the lyrics and obviously the music, and then we gave our input, both of us, because we were like involved in both. I mean, in my song, you can hear Jade, she's backing my song. But in Jade's song, she's backing herself.
The journey of I Depend on You is quite exciting because it's literally my vocals and a guitar. He's my guitarist. We play together in gigs and a lot of events. Owen Greg. I'll say hi from here. So basically, we entered the studio. He literally performed the song from beginning to end, and then I went in and did some vocals, and we started building up the song like that. So it's completely intimate, and it's just my voice and a guitarist. I Depend on You. It's all about no matter from which part of the world people come from, because at the end of the day, we should be able to depend on each other in order for us to have a very peaceful life. So everyone can relate a lot to it, and it's very close to my heart, and I can't wait to perform it again. So at this point, I depend on everyone. So if you like my song, please vote for me.
Yes.
So
And please don't leave me on my own.
Literally. That this really works. Like these two names, like the competition.
Yes, yes.
Really works. So yeah, talking about what's happening next, because we know that this year MESC is quite a long process, 40 songs, 3 quarterfinals, only focusing on the boys and nothing else. But we already could hear Ian's song on the second quarterfinal, yeah, last Friday, and then your song, yeah, it will be released this Friday fully, and then after that we can all vote for our favorites, and the 24 top songs will go to the 24 to the semi-final, which is like on the 9th of February, and then only 2 days after, the top 16, I think it is, go to the final. So what kind of performance can we expect from you in the semi-finals? Because I guess that from the day that they say, because I think they say they announced the semi-finalist next Friday, so not this Friday but next one, so on the 3rd.
Yes.
You only have like less than a week for the semi-finals, so you need to be prepared already from now.
Whatever the outcome is, obviously we have our shows ready. So obviously, if we don't make it, it's a pity because everything is ready. But if we make it, obviously everything is ready. So at the same time, in everything in life there are the pros and cons. If you know what I mean, there are the advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah.
I would like to say a big thank you to the Maltese Public Broadcasting (PBS) because in this procedure there were like many singers which never had the opportunity to be seen singing, and because all the 40 songs were seen, they had the opportunity to touch the stage and perform the actual song
live. Yeah.
Obviously now it's an opinion which one loves and likes and everything, but they had the opportunity to perform. So I know it's a long process, but I think at the long run it has got an advantage. And people for the first time, or if it's not the first time, because in the past we did it in other programs, but people could appreciate. We normally do this behind closed doors. This was open for all the public to view the 40 songs, so they can see the actual audition.
Yeah.
I mean, you just go on stage, you have only one try, and that's it. You don't. I mean, this is very important to say. We don't get the chance to rehearse the song. It's only sound check and you perform. So it's quite challenging, in all honesty, for all singers.
Yeah. So what can we expect from you, like on the stage, from both songs? I sneak peek.
We're gonna give you only 2 stars for this. No, I can say, obviously, without saying a lot, if in God's will, fingers crossed, I'll make it to the semi-finals. The song is very chill, and the title is On My Own. I'm not gonna be on my own,
okay,
but still I'm gonna promote what I'm actually saying in the song. The song is giving an advice, giving help to those people who sometimes find it difficult to take decisions on their own. Sometimes we depend on others, or we ask others. In this case, my song is that, listen, if you're suffering at home, or if you're suffering with somebody, don't be afraid of, take decisions or speak out, and that is on my own. Although you feel sometimes on your own, you have to find your strength and push it out. Yes, as I said, I'm not going to be alone. Obviously, I've got some nice scenery going on.
Okay.
I'm not going to say any colors and anything for now. But at least I've given you a taste.
Yeah. And what about you? Yeah.
Regarding my song, as I said, it's a very intimate song, so I will be having a very intimate setup. Someone might be joining me on stage. But yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah. You've put us in a difficult situation.
Yeah. Okay, so we can expect like someone else in you on stage So it's gonna be like not on your own. Brilliant. And somewhere
In her case, she's using my title.
yes, literally. She will be depending on someone to
Exactly.
Exactly.
great. And imagine that you end up winning MESC. You cannot both win, but if any of you win and you go to Eurovision, what would it mean for you to go to Eurovision? I mean, Ian, you went already. I mean, have you been? Like, were you already there? Like,
No, in actual fact, I've never been. Giada has been there already, because Giada took part in 2000 and
11 or 12,
I think 11 or 12. She was with the Junior Eurovision. She went
okay.
up with Nicole.
Got
Yes,
support.
Nicola
yeah.
Sopardi, and Jade was one of the backing singer and dancers. So
Okay.
she experienced the Junior Eurovision already.
Yeah. It
So
was
she's got an idea.
nice. Great. So, what would it mean for you to represent Malta in the adult Eurovision, to both of you? And will you change something from your performance for the bigger stage, or even the song? Because we know that Malta can sometimes change the song for the actual Eurovision. So, how do you feel about using moving forward?
Obviously, as you know, the last of the PBS owns everything. So obviously we have to, if it actually happens, obviously we have to wait for the guidelines of PBS.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're under the PBS control. But in my opinion, we're working as if it's going to be the actual show. So what we're doing here could be eventually good for overseas.
Yeah.
If the case that we win. Obviously, in my opinion, I don't mind winning, because now I feel more experienced. I've matured, vocally experienced. I can take the pressure, because unfortunately, it's not, you can be the best singer or the best performer, but the pressure sometimes take off from the percentage of performing because of the pressure and all, you know. But I can handle that. Obviously, it was by experience and by time. And I think Jade as well now, she really had got, although she's younger, much younger, but she's got a lot of experience. We both work together, we both do concerts. So for us, it's something, I mean, this is my full-time job. So I do it not just for the festival or for Eurovision, but I do it for every day. It's my job. It's my earning.
Yes. For us, singing, it's not just about going up on stage and singing. It's a passion. It's something that we do from the heart, and it's not just a talent. You know, it's our work. At the end of the day, it's our job. But if I had to win, honestly, Eurovision, it's a big platform. So every singer dreams of going to Eurovision, to get followers, to get contacts, a lot of things, honestly. So it would be a great opportunity for me. And regarding the song, I believe a lot in my song. So, I mean, it would be great to keep the song, but as my dad said, PBS obviously controls everything, so it's a choice.
And we'll be proud, obviously, to represent our country. So I think that the last and not least, it will be nice of representing your country and a big festival, big music activity like Eurovision.
Yeah. And especially coming from Malta, it's a small country, you know, like representing.
Yes. For us, it's something massive, you know, something big.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. So talking about the competition, you also say this is a really big platform this year to showcase your song, your music to everybody in Malta, and like us, people from other countries watching every national final from all the countries.
Yes.
So we can spot some very good like known names for Malta, such as, for example, Brooke, that took part several times, or Maxine, which also is a really big name. How do you feel about the competition this year in MESC 2023? And how do you feel about competing against each other, being family? Because we heard that from all the contestants that it's not a competition, it's more like a, you know, like a music festival for you to showcase, and then your music, and then people will choose it. But in the end of the day, it is a competition. So how do you feel about this year's competition in general?
As you're saying, I think it's one character in actual fact. at the end of the day, as you're saying, it's a competition. So obviously there's going to be a little bit of everybody's taking care of his own things, and maybe everybody seeks what others do. So you try and not to copy, and you try to be innovative at the end of the day, because everybody does that. It's natural. It's something which is good at the end of the day. So obviously the show will have a variety of colors and show. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'm going to talk for myself. I'm the oldest in the festival. I'm the biggest. And I know all singers. I've known them very young. I have performed with Brooke myself. We had a big concert together. We've sung together. Maxine as well. I mean, she's the age, I think, of my daughter. Both, I think, maybe a year, a bit older. So I know all the singers. We're mentioning Brooke and Maxine, obviously, but there are other singers which I really work with. There's Christian Harding, there's Stefan, which I know. I can't remember. Lindsay. There are so many singers which I know them all in actual fact. So for us, you know, it's like a family thing, but at the same time, obviously, you know, it's a competition. You know, so
as everybody knows, Malta, it's such a small country that it's impossible to not know everyone, I think. So at a point, I think we worked with a lot of artists.
But in our case, we like to not because we're not interested in others, but we like to focus on our things. We like to put our energy on our work. And obviously we'll be happy to see the work of other singers, because obviously I know that everybody will be working, and not only working but investing, because it's good to know that obviously every show you need to invest to have a good show. So everybody works for it. So I wish that every contestant, every singer will have what it takes, and obviously we'll get, even if not winning, we'll have the feedback that everybody deserves at the end of the day.
Yeah, of course. Now talking more in general about Eurovision, like we know that Giada went to as a backing vocalist for Junior Eurovision, and also Malta is one of the greatest countries in Junior Eurovision. Like you won 2 times, and you always like place quite high. But also for adult Eurovision, like you've been also close to winning twice with Ila Losco and Chiara. So what are your favorite songs from either Junior or adult Eurovision, and both from Malta or internationally? Like what are the songs that you really like enjoy the most in Eurovision?
Is it in the Junior Eurovision you're saying, or in general?
Both. Everything.
Both.
I mean, for Malta, if I think about Malta, I think more about the junior ones, because they are more like successful, or more like although I really like
for me it's always a problem, because I obviously my heart goes for those songs which has got dancing in, because I'm a natural dancer. So like last year, obviously I really liked the British song, Sam's song.
Yes.
But my heart was with Spain. Chanel. Obviously Chanel is, for us, she's an artist which we always look up to. Both, even my daughter, she's got the same likings. For me, it's like when somebody sings and play an instrument. For us, it's the same thing. When you sing and dance, both disciplines get together. So for us, Chanel had a complete show that, I mean, in my opinion, for me, it was the best show, in my opinion, obviously. But as we're saying, this is an opinion. But obviously, when there are very good ballads, you can't refuse not to, you know. I mean, it's like Malta, like you can mention Gaia. I mean, the ones that we've won, Gaia, Destiny, you know what I mean? And Destiny, when she was even in the Eurovision Song Contest, you know. So we really had good entries, you know. At the end of the day, it's a competition, so you can't always win, but you can't always lose. That's what I say, you know. I mean, there has to be some time for everyone in one way or another. Obviously, Malta is a very small country. We are limited, as you know. So what we do is we do it from the heart and with passion. And I think people know that Malta really deserves to be honest, because we get good entries, you know, we have good entries.
Yeah.
Malta, especially even this year, the songs are being scrutinized from scratch, you know. I mean, it's every year Malta tries and input the best that the team can in actual fact. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, as we're saying, it's an opinion. So somebody likes. At the time being, I'm really liking the Belgium entry of Gustav, right? Am I? Yes, I believe. I think the name. I believe in you. Something
I
like
believe in
that.
you, yeah.
I believe in you. It's a very nice song. It's very innovative.
Mm.
To be honest, very close to my song.
Yeah,
It's
it's
got the
similar
same
vibe.
elements.
Mm.
You know, so it's a matter of opinion. There are so many songs which are beautiful and nice.
Mm.
And you know, and that is the nice of Eurovision, you know, because it's a community of getting all sorts of kind of genres, you know, of music, which are combined together, and you sing one after each other.
Yeah.
And it's hard to choose in actual fact, but obviously it's a competition, so there has to be somebody chosen. But at the end of the day, when you see them all and they're all displaying their performance, I mean, they're all there and they need to be acknowledged. If you
Yeah.
know what I mean, you know.
Yeah. And what about Giada? You, which are your favorite songs? Because you also like you took part on Junior Eurovision, so I guess that you also have like some songs from both contests that you like.
Yes. Honestly, I can't stop thinking about Chanel because
We are all
watching,
obsessed, don't worry. Like we cannot escape the loop. It's like constant, you know, like
yeah, especially dance and singing. It's in our blood, you know, especially dance. It's been in my blood since I was 3 years old, and doing something similar to what she did for the past 2 years, you know, and knowing how hard it is to literally dance and sing, and how much I've trained to do it, and watching her doing it like effortlessly, you know, it's simply amazing. Another entry from Malta, which honestly I loved, was Warrior
Amber. Yeah,
song.
so
I
good.
love her style, I love her voice, and it's one of my favorites, honestly. So yeah.
There are many entries. I mean, the Maltese entries every year.
Yeah.
We end up loving all songs in actual fact. I
Yeah,
mean,
me too, actually. Like Malta
you
is one
can
of my
mention them
favorites.
all, from there's like Moira and Chris, More Than Love. I mean, Mike Spiteri. I mean, they're all. For me, I was still a child, and I still reckon all songs. You know, I mean, they're all there
Yeah.
because obviously
I think
the
every song has its own
memory,
beautiful thing, you know.
it's nostalgic for us as well. I mean, they're all good and nostalgic at the same time.
Yeah.
And then you're when in the
So yeah, as we were saying, I mean, you both are really into Eurovision and you really like Eurovision. So you're familiar with all the Eurovision world and everything. So yeah, thank you so much for this interview. It was a really nice talking to you and getting to know you more and more about your songs. We cannot wait to hear your song, Giada, which will be revealed on Friday, and then hopefully see you both in the semifinals. Finally, before we leave, if you can send a message to our followers and your fans that will be watching this video, that would be great. Thank you so much.
Yes, definitely. From my side, first of all, I would like to thank you for this opportunity. So, because for us, sharing our talent, what we love, what we do love doing best is something special for us. So, for having an interview, especially in a foreign country, for us, it means a lot. Even probably Giada has got the same feeling. And we would like to, from my side, I would like to send all the love, and I wish a very happy Eurovision fever to all listening, to all your fans, to all your listeners, because I know they've got loads to wait for all the news and everything. And it's not just from Malta, but from each and every country.
Yeah.
So I would love to share all the peace and love. and I wish them happy music. And
Nice.
they'll enjoy Eurovision Song Contest, especially this year, 2023.
Great.
From my side, I wish all followers who are watching, I wish to tell them that if they dream of something, just go for it and don't think twice about it. Just follow your heart and do it. Being from a small country and having the opportunity to be here, we're really grateful for it. And obviously, if you like our songs, just vote on the 3rd of February in order for us to proceed for the semi-final.
Great. Thank you so much. Grazie.